Hi, my name is Cheng. I will start with my poster. So, uh, here's my poster. There's four types of color which represent the part of building. Bigger piece is to show the important chapter of experiencing that bring the community back to the old time by different kind of sensory. This is a super intergeneration that we may feel the old past life. Tea is a common drink. Due to the uh, Chinese culture of the site, Bukit Dajam, and the heritage, so I chose tea as my program. Uh, Tea is very common that we may found at any corner of the world. Along with the time change, there are various kind of tea like bubble tea, green tea, matcha, and others. So tea can be considered as one of the intergenerational program. My building name is Tea Life. Tea Life designed not only for the community to just drink tea, but also bring you close to the old past time by using different kind of sensory effect. My design will bring you crossing the edge. Experiencing the old past life by visiting the small tea production factory, it is a very different kind of intergeneration that the visitor may sense the past life in this life building. By visiting the tea production and experience on the pathway journey, it may allow the youth and the elderly to have more interaction. My building will have four parts, and the four parts include five chapters. Here's my site plan. As you can see, here's my proposed site. Here is the hectic area, which is a market and temple. So people will be will be crowded at here. So I want to create an urban strategy which is balancing. So I purposely make my proposed site here so that I can attract the focus point from there to here. Okay. Uh, Here's my master floor plan. Here's my ground floor plan, which I propose more than 75 parking here to solve the traffic jam problem. Here's DMB. Um, my building is on a sunken area, and then here's the pathway. Here's the tea house. So the facade will be at the back, and then the entrance for the pathway is here. So if people want to experience the pathway journey, they can just enter here. If not, they will just come through here, drop off, and then go down. Okay. Uh, and then here's my lower ground floor plan, which there's four container here, and then here's column void, and then here's MME room and the storage. Here's the factory area to put all the machine, and then here's the management office and the temporary storage. Okay, and then here's the transferring machine, and then here's for the rain harvesting system that I create the machine on my own. Okay, and then here's my elevation. Uh, as you can see, here's the Chinese style rendering. Because of the Chinese culture of the Bukit Tajam. Here's my section. Okay. Uh, this is the exploded external. Here's the roof truss, wall screen, pathway, steel structure, and column. And then here's the four parts of the building, which I mentioned just now. Arrival, people or visitor arrive and start the experiencing journey from this pathway entrance. And then part two, convergence, the R&D room, R&D research and development room is to exhibit the product of the tea and for people to stay to choose their own favorite tea and send to the kitchen from here to here. Okay, and then part three, experience. This walkway is for experience. It's what I create the sensory for people to experience. The walk pathway is to allow the visitor to have the vision contact from the lower ground tea production area, And there are 5 chapters of sensory for people to feel, which mean back to the home time. And then here's part 4, immersion. The main program of design is tea, which means that after the tea production, sip tea as the final destination of this journey. Okay, so come to the chapter 1. Before this, here chapter 1, here chapter 2, here chapter 3, and then turn right chapter 4, turn left chapter 4, and then here is chapter 5. Okay, so I expand on. Chapter 1, arrival attraction. So upon arriving the entrance of the pathway, the steel structure which are in different size, from bigger to smaller, welcoming you as a visitor to experience the space. Both sides of the pathway covered by the aluminum screen to create that atmosphere, where this may let the visitor feel that they are starting their journey into the building. This arrival attraction. And then chapter 2, light of hope. The path, the path is to let the visitor to experience on the history of the old time. The ancient Chinese people which are from China came here, Pukimedayam, to get a better life. Those are their hope when British allowed them to be here for planting and business. They hope they'll get a better chance to earn money for their poor family. So in this building, this light up space is for visitors to gather to choose their own tea fairing. This is light of hope. And then chapter 3, uh, refractive result. This part of walkway are covered by the mirror on both sides. The little wavy mirror ceiling are to show the result of the Chinese people that came to here for a better life. Is just reverse. They were forced to build the railway track without any reward, and they can't continue with their own job to earn money. This pathway have shown how the hardship life of people when they are in a strange place. And then chapter 4, this part is to experience in the midst of hardship, to experience on the sunlight that penetrate into the space. The different height of aluminum screen open the different side of hole to allow the sunlight seep into the walkway, and the water ceiling create the effect of light halation. This is to show that the ancient Chinese people work hard and go through their midst of hardship. They strive to stay in this land and inherited our Chinese culture to the next generation. Chapter 5 is the last one, build glory. This pathway designed with a slanting walkway and the steel structure remain massive. Visitors will feel that they are getting smaller and walk into the final gorgeous area, which is the tea house that built with the massive steel box structure. Okay, and then this means that the ancient Chinese tribe succeed to inherit the culture in this land. Step by step, they built their home and the big tea house area to represent the irrepressible effort to create our site nowadays. So as you can see, this 5 chapter is like a history, and then I create the sensory to let people to experience their feeling back to the old time uh, with the uh, other generation. So it's very special thing. Like nowadays, I have a look on the case study on the Jewish museum, and then it's quite good for people to experience. And then when the youngster experience this kind of thing, they will have different kind of feel, and they will have more interaction chance with the elderly. And then here's the 3D view exterior, and then this is the last one, interior view. Here's the factory, and then here's the machine that I made, rain harvesting system machine. And then here's the massive steel structure, the stack steel structure. And then here's 5 meter high. Okay, and that's all. Thank you.